Okay, so yeah, should be recording now, hopefully. So, yeah, we're gonna be doing some more currency wars today. But this time we're gonna be doing the highest difficulty of currency wars, Wealth Creator 20. I unlocked it a little bit earlier, and then I did a test run of a different team on the lowest difficulty of Wealth Creator. But yeah, as you can see, we're at the highest difficulty, 83. Enemy difficulty, so yeah, we're going to be running the Aglaea team. I've been running it a lot to climb through the higher ranks. I've had a lot of questions about that video and stuff, but yeah, as you can see, just kind of spamming it through a lot of these higher ranks, and sometimes it did fail a little bit if I made some errors myself, but most of the time it's able to clear pretty easily and everything, as long as you get to your full build, which is pretty simple to do. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. So we're going to be playing 83 enemy difficulty with the Wealth Creator 20. This match was actually not great on the last one. Might do a quick reset here, just because of how bad it is. I guess we can see. Yeah, we'll just reset this, just because that last stage is really difficult for an Aglaea team and everything. Like, it is possible to do if you have the right setup, but you don't really want to risk it at Wealth Creator 20. Yeah, this run should be better. At least. So, yeah, last run, I'm just gonna edit out that last run. And we'll just start from this one, as the last run did not go well. We got really unlucky with the debuffs on it. This time the debuffs are a little bit better, so we'll see how things go in that way. We also have a decent start. Terms of our units, so that helps. But yeah, last run, the debuffs had the regular enemies were enhanced and the bosses were enhanced, so they all had, like, I think it's like 30 or 60% extra max HP, on top of being a really difficult to fight in general. So yeah, not the easiest time for sure. Yeah, let's run. We're already off to a better start. In terms of our units. Although unfortunately that trotter there is probably going to run. I don't even really know how it spawned like that. Yeah, we definitely don't have enough damage for now. Yeah, I've never seen the trotter spawn like that there. I do think it's good to take that early, because we got it super early. Okay, yeah, we're running into these TV enemies now, so that's good. That way we don't run into them later, because we will not be able to beat them later. We definitely won't be able to beat them now. But yeah, if we can defeat any enemy here, that would be good, but probably won't be able to defeat anything until we get some more copies of Aglaea. And you know what, honestly, we'll just sell that copy of Jade. Because we're already going to lose this. Doesn't really matter how hard we lose it. And we'll make sure that we're making money. Yeah, these TVs are a big counter to this team. Unless they all just happen to be in the happy TV mood. It's not really RNG that determines if they're in the happy mode or not, but most of the time you do weakness break them, which makes them unhappy. And if you lose all of your energy from being most full. Let's see if it still is 15 HP. Go ahead and grab these boots. Sampo gives damage mitigation, so it's not bad. I guess we can have it unfilled. It doesn't really matter. His debuffs are not like Black Swan's, where he doesn't make it where the enemies will take more damage from having him unfilled. That's something I talked about in the last run of why I run Black Swan, or like one of the reasons in this team, is that not only does she apply dots, but she also lowers the enemy's defense. And that's not something Sampo does. I mean, technically he does in a way, but his ult makes it where enemies take more dot damage specifically, but that's not necessarily what I was referring to. And you can see that debuff right there, the one that looks like the tier. Makes them really take more dots, but Aglaea does not apply any dots unless she gets a weakness break, so. Even then it's a really weak one. Oh yeah, we actually did defeat some enemies there, so that's not bad. If we get any crystals. don't think I saw any. You can see at the top if you get any. And I don't think I saw any up there. Guess I can have you here for now as well. What? The game just crashed? I've never seen that happen. Like that, playing Star Rail. Okay, well, gotta log back in and everything. If your game does crash, you don't lose your progress in your run, which is kind of nice. Okay, so just to show that we are on Creator 20, I guess, again. Way to show that, if nothing else. But yeah, you can see up here if they drop any ores, it'll add some stuff next to the coins. But because I didn't see any last time, I'm assuming they did. And after the round, there wasn't any there, assuming that they did not drop any. They only have a 30% chance of dropping whenever an enemy gets defeated, so it's not necessarily super likely, but because we're fighting so many enemies, it's just a nice way to get some passive income. I believe you can reset over and over again and try to like min-max that, but I don't really think it's worth. I've done some runs where I've reset stages if the enemies, or if like one of the debuffs is whenever you spend skill points, there's a chance that you're frozen. I've reset that. Yeah, see, they dropped a crystal, so you're able to get one. So already that treats getting some value, because it's either going to be a component or some money. So either way works with me. Just a little bit short there. And we are below the minimum damage just because our units that we've gotten have not really been that great for this run. There we go. We got Hyacinth now. So yeah, I'm buying the extra 1 cost just to see if I can pull some. I'm 2-starring that most just because it doesn't cost me any money to do so. Might as well. I don't think you get any extra crystals from the treasure stuff. So yeah, Kafka does have lightning resist, which not great for a lightning damage dealer, but should be pretty good still. Definitely need that if we're gonna be able to win this round. believe we're finding every character that is not Aglaea, so once we circle through all of those, then we might be able to get one copy. There we go. Okay, we just need one more Aglaea. There we go. Okay, this roll down's been kind of like notably bad, but we were able to get there eventually. Go ahead and give that to Hyacinth. Part of me does want to level up, but at the same time it doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure even if we leveled up we'd still lose. But I mean, there's a non-zero chance we can clear this with 3-star Aglaea. That damage sucks really a lot more than I thought it would be. That's fine, as long as Mim doesn't get crowd controlled. I mean, even then, it doesn't matter too much, I guess, for Mim.
like a wisp of silk. Not fraught with difficulties. We can do anything. Thus our fates become one. All lives be revealed.
Yeah, Kafka goes down. I'm always surprised that Kafka goes down first before these two, because Kafka has lightning resist. Do these enemies? Actually not sure, as I can check. It doesn't say that they do. It would say somewhere on that screen.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. All lives be revealed.
But yeah, there's a specific item I need to try to find. Oh, we actually got them to drop one of those little crystals, too. Nice. None of those. Actually, I'm gonna sell that off just to be able to have enough money to start econing back up.
We can do it. Thus our fates become one. Fight as one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. So make it with. Dispel the gloom. Destroy the skies. We can do anything.
Yeah, as you can see, these enemies on the second plane, they're really dealing that much damage. If you get these enemies on the final plane, then gonna be issues. It doesn't help that they give this debuff as well. It's a lot of damage. The good thing about taking a lot of damage is that you build up energy for your RMC master and other characters as well. But RMC gets the action advance for Aglaea, so
Like a wisp of silk.
they are notable as well.
Fight as one. Thus our fates become one. All lives be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. All lives be revealed. No great concern. Fight as one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Thus our fates become one. All lives be revealed. This has been insane.
I want to make sure that RMC would do this, because if not, I mean, even with that we might still lose, but especially without it.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Really, no boot. No boot and no battery is a little wild, but there we go. We get to do that. So what that does, technically it would be better for this to be the thing, but just going to make it where we get even more speed. I am actually going to roll a little bit to see if we can find an upgrade. Will we go into this next fight?
Like a wisp of silk. All lies to be revealed.
Insanity.
Yeah, TV's gonna get up.
The way is fraught with difficulty. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. I'm still here. We can do anything. Fight as one. All lies to be revealed.
To the soul.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. All lies to be revealed.
And now we just need to try to slowly level up, see if we can't find like Cyrene, Black Swan, and we should be good. Okay, as you can see, this one gives 15% per stack, this one will give 30, so basically like having a third boot.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. I choose you. Fight as one.
Of course, it would be better to have this because it would probably go to like 4% on-field strength or something, literally doubling that, increasing the damage by 1.5 times or whatever it is. So, still pretty good. with this current setup.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. All light should be revealed.
To the soul.
Fight as one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Thus our fates become one.
All light should be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Fight as one. All light should be revealed. Have some sunshine. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
The only thing I want to try to do now is see if we can find a way to inflict fragility onto the enemies using an Aglaea or a Chibi. It's probably a bit better. So we need a battery for that, I believe. Yeah, because we want this item. So as you can see, that will make it where they take 35% more damage. Which they already have a debuff on them that makes them take more damage from Chibi's bolts. But still could use more.
Don't be rash.
Insanity.
Thus our fates become one.
All light.
That's really going to be our main way of increasing our damage output, is making the enemies take more damage. Or increasing Aglaea's base stats, like her base speed or her base attack, but not really. Easy ways of doing that. I mean, I guess base attack would be like getting Robin. Part of the reason why Robin's so good in this build. Outside of the action advance as well.
All light should be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
To the soul.
Fight as one.
Thus our fates become one.
All light should be revealed. Have some sunshine. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Fight as one. All light should be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Don't be rash. All light should be revealed.
Thus our fates become one.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Fight as one.
You can do it.
All light should be revealed.
Maybe it runs Sunday if no one else shows up. But there's one person who could be really good here. There we go. We want to get the money, especially if we're on a reward section, so probably could have saved the roll down for the round after that. Like a little bit of money loss.
Thus our fates become one.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
We can do it!
Fight as one!
All lies to be revealed.
Have some sunshine! Dispel the gloom! Destroy the skies! So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Gotta stop them too!
All lies to be revealed.
Try to make one of these, give it to Tribby, and then make this. Might as well just give it to you. And then we're back to slow leveling. Okay, so this boss might be a little scary, but I think we should be fine. So yeah, they're gonna apply that fragility debuff, so I take 35% more damage.
Thus our fates become one.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Insanity.
I choose you. You just don't learn.
Monsters!
Finally get Casterus passive,
Fight as one!
global passive.
Show me the way! Dispel the gloom! Destroy the skies!
We can do anything. All lies to be revealed. The way is fraught with difficulties.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Just you wait.
Yeah, we really just need to make it all the way to Robin's ult. Once Robin ults, we're good. Until then, it's a little scary.
All lies to be revealed. Thus our fates become one.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Fight as one!
All lies to be revealed.
Have some sunshine! Stars echo! So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Show me the
light be revealed.
Okay, there we go. 1 billion damage. Aglaea.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Need Lika back up as well. But that won't happen until, I guess we'll say, until Netherwing takes an action.
Fight as one.
We can do anything. All light be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Okay, hopefully that was the scariest fight. Guess we can hold on to that next though.
All together. I feel
To the soul.
Thus our fates become one. All light be revealed. We can do it.
fight as one.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Show me the way. Dispel the gloom. Destroy the skies.
All light be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Insanity.
Stars echo. Fight as one.
Thus our fates become one. All light be revealed.
Have some sunshine. I feel the flame.
We can do anything. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Fight as one.
All light be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
I'm realizing now we don't have Fluffla.
Become one.
But like, there's something about this team that's a little off.
All light be revealed.
I mean, she's not entirely necessary. We're running an Axa over her in this situation. We'll save the refreshes.
All together.
Save it for one round.
I feel the flame.
Bound by the threads of demise.
Insanity.
Thus our fates become one. All light be revealed.
We all got hard focused Aglaea there.
Fight as one.
We can do anything. fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Have some sunshine. Dispel the gloom. Restore the skies. I feel like flame. Let me go.
All light to be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
To the soul.
Fight as one.
Thus our fates become one. All light to be revealed.
Stars echo.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. All light to be revealed.
Fight as one.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. All light to be revealed. Thus our fates become one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Kind of curious to see how fast Aglaea is at the moment.
All light to be revealed.
So that would have been the chance there. But
Fight as one.
A little honesty would do us good.
yeah, 2600
So
speed.
fragile, like a wisp of silk.
This item is a little useless, but got a plan. We can reroll that. And maybe get on another level.
Harmony and unison. I feel like flame.
Thus our fates become one. All light to be revealed. I choose you. Of no great concern.
Fight as one. waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May you fulfill love's promise with me. Don't blink. May romance never be absent. Cleanse hatred with love.
Fiends or devils. Crush them all.
Fight as one.
Yeah, if you ever want to see what these buffs do. By the way, so if you want to know why Ode to Romance is kind of a big deal.
Thus our fates become one. We can do anything. All lives be revealed.
Stars echo.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
So leave it with Don't blink. May romance never be absent. Fight as one. This is eternity.
Thus our fates become one. All lives be revealed. Of no great concern.
Fiends or devils. Crush them all.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. We can do anything.
Fight as one.
All lives be revealed.
Don't blink. May romance never be absent.
Thus our fates become one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. All lives be revealed.
That won't work, you know. Dispel the gloom. Destroy the skies.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Fight as one.
Fiends or devils. Crush them all.
All lives be revealed.
Don't blink. May romance never be absent. Bring destruction with me.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk. Thus our fates become one. All lives be revealed.
There we go. 3.8 billion damage there. Yeah, these lasers are a little useless. I'm not entirely sure if we get another reroll item. I'm hoping that we do. Because yeah, we don't really need skill points in this team. Aglaea's attack is an enhanced basic attack
Bathing gold. Thus our
whenever she ults, so
so fragile, like a wisp of silk.
you don't really use any skill points on her. Unless it says summon Garment Maker.
We can do anything.
Fiends or devils. Crush them all.
All lives be revealed.
So leave it with Dispel the gloom. Destroy the skies. Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May you fulfill
silk.
Stars echo.
All light be revealed.
Have some sunshine. Take the answer. Don't blink. In romance, never be absent. Fight as one.
Thus our fates become one. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Don't be rash.
All light be revealed.
Fiends or devil. I'll crush them all.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Fight as one.
Thus our fates become one. All light be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
They don't really like little Ika. Which, I mean, I guess that's fine. Better than
Don't blink.
targeting Ika than
Never be absent.
Garment Maker, so...
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Fight as one.
Thus our fates become one.
Fiends or devil. I'll crush them all.
Dispel the gloom. Destroy the skies.
All light be revealed. So fragile, like a wisp of silk. We can do anything. All light be revealed.
She almost just did 1 billion damage with that.
Fight as one.
If there were 5 targets, she would have done 1 billion damage with that one hit. Well, now there's 5 targets.
Romance, never be absent. Rewrite destruction with me.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
Even then, it wasn't the same. I think the min buff ran out. So yeah, we don't want to roll down yet. We still got one more round. Don't need to roll down before the reward. And then we just need to find Black Swan. And we'll be full build. Although it would be nice to get double battery here. So that way we can get Siren ult at the start. It's technically not necessary though. There's also an item we can get that advances Robin's action forward and makes it where she ults faster. He still only gives 1 ult
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
per fight, pretty much.
Flowers bloom for tomorrow. Memories waiting to be woken up by a shooting star. Remember me with love. May you fulfill love's promise with me. Don't blink. In romance, never be absent.
You gotta do the full setup even though all these things are at like 1 HP.
Fiends or
They're not 1 HP, but they're pretty well. Actually, the monkey looks pretty big.
Thus our fates become one. We can do anything.
Fight as one.
I guess that's both creator 20.
All light be revealed.
defense reduction. Whenever you have defense reduction with defense equal, they both like stack together a lot. Really big damage. That's why getting Black Spawn's really big. Well, that solves one issue. That's kind of a riskier thing to do, but we can give it to you. Actually, that wasn't worth picking up. Suppose that works. Two-star Hyacinth's actually kind of an important pickup. We really didn't find a single Black Swan. Kind of unlucky. Fine, we can run. Yunli. Should be fine. Because that gives us 5 energy. So. And Yunli does a little bit of damage. I'm interested to see what Remembrance Trailblazer's damage will be with that setup. It shouldn't actually be that bad. Of course, once Aglaea scales up, it won't be comparable, but...
Don't blink. May romance never be absent. Lead through clouds. Yes, you.
Thus our fates become one. All light be revealed.
I'm curious to see just how much damage Aglaea is going to do here. I'm guessing it'll probably be 15 billion. It might be 13 or 14, because I got 13 billion on my last run that cleared Wealth Creator 19, at least. Technically my last run. I just did at the start of this recording, but I'm going to edit it out because it was Wolf Creator 20. Same thing, but it actually died on like 3.5. This one we've made it to 3.7 at least. So. And this is with the Trial Aglaea, and it is Wealth Creator 20. Show that here. So, max difficulty. And obviously the Aglaea's is Trial. RMC's E6 with the Herda Light Cone. I'll show off the builds on everyone afterwards. Hyacinth's E0S1, Cybene's E0S1, Trial Yunli, E0S1 Tribi, E0S0 Robin, E0S0 Hua, and then E6. I don't even know what Light Cone my team has, actually. But yeah, we're already at 2.3 billion damage. And it's only going to go up. Yeah, Cyrene's item makes it where she can ult again after 3 ults, and then it starts the game with her getting an ult, so that's what happened there. Okay, we're at 3.5 billion damage before Robin's ult. Which is going to increase Aglaea's base attack. Though we lost some min buff for that, so the damage fell off some. So now we are in the final phase. Okay, now we've got min buff, so this should be quite a lot of damage. That 2,380 speed, got 39,000 attack pretty much. Got on-field strength increasing by 476%. Get true damage equal to 50% of the initial damage. 100% damage increase, 137% speed, damage mitigation, 70% damage increase, crit damage by 30%. Attack by 981 from Robin, big. 40% attack boost from Tingyun. 641 or 64.1% crit damage from RMC. 25% from Cyrene. Ode to Remnants gives 72% damage increase and 36% defense ignore. 15% from I'm guessing that's min buff, and I'm not really sure what this one's from. And then every 1 instance of damage dealt, do 1 instance of true damage for 30% from Cyrene existing, 35% damage dealt from Robin, 30% pin from Tribi, and then 2 stacks of Epic Prios. Or Prisos, 15% crit damage and 20% there. So 102% crit rate for 265% crit damage. So a little low on the crit damage, but it's mostly just because this is the light cone and everything. Like, this build just kind of not great. Overall, on the trial, Aglaea, you can see the abilities aren't even level 10 or anything, so. Yeah, 745 million damage.
Yes, you! We can do anything!
Show me the way. Dispel the gloom. Destroy the skies.
Oh, and then as far as the enemies' debuffs on them go, by the way, so they've got 2 stacks of 20% damage increase taken, or no, 2 stacks of 18% damage increase taken down here. And then 35% damage increase takes extra damage from Seam Stitch, 35% defense reduction, 25% damage increase from Cyrene, or 16 there, and 36% from Tribby. And then they do have Safeguard active, but it doesn't actually matter. Safeguard just makes it really take less damage whenever their toughness bar is full, but yeah, it just doesn't matter. And we still haven't even used our next turn either. Yeah, we still had a whole another turn as well, so I believe that means that, yeah, we get 40 additional HP back. Okay, this ends up being an S rank clear of Wealth Creator 20, by the way, so yeah, these are the investment strategies that we used, so really good options. Obviously free lunch is kinda not great, but everything else ended up working out pretty well. We got the enhanced anti-grav boots. Obviously getting the enhanced version of the light speed propeller would have been better, but still a good option. And then we didn't have the most optimal team because we did have Yunli over Black Swan because we weren't able to find a Black Swan, but still ended up being able to get the clear pretty easily with an S rank, so not going to complain too much about it. But yeah, that was difficulty 20, Wealth Creator. So the highest difficulty, Currency Wars. I plan on doing a lot more runs in different difficulties and trying out, like, I'll probably go to Wealth Creator 1 and try out some teams and see if I can find something that works in Wealth Creator 1 to kind of make some videos on potential teams for the higher difficulty modes. But if not, we'll go down to like to like A7, Monarch of Capital, to do runs, just because I do want to like do videos showcasing all the different builds and stuff. It's just not all of them are viable in the higher difficulties of Wealth Creator if you don't actually own the characters. Like, I don't own Aglaea, so it's not necessarily the case. But yeah, if you want to see my character builds as far as the characters that I used in that mode, so highest end is E0, this one. So maxed out Traces, and then this relic set. We didn't use casters, but we did do Cyrene E0 S1. My Cyrene build still a work in progress. Robin is using For Tomorrow's Journey and is also E0 with 4-piece or 2-piece Prisoner 2-piece Musketeer for more attack percent. So that means she's at 4,000 attack. If we use Black Swan, I have Black Swan on Nice Prey 3. That E0. We didn't actually use her. Wawa's on Quid Pro Quo. E0. Tribute's E0 S1. Harmony. Oh, not Harmony. Let's see. Beyond Remembrance. It's E6. with the Herda Lycone at S5. Sunday, didn't use them, but he's easier at S1 as well. And Tingyun was on Carve the Moon, Leaves Clouds. I don't know if her Lycone actually was like used or whatever. It's better to have Dance 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 or like literally anything else. There's probably the like worst Lycone you could have for this run, because these, I mean, I guess the energy regeneration could be good, but like, yeah, pretty much any option was better than what I was using. Even this, I think, would have been better, but yeah, kind of goes to show, I guess, some of the stuff. And then, is there any other characters that we use? No, there's not like a Misha in the game. There's a few characters that got left out. Yukong, Lynx, Wei Yi. Wei Yi would have been sick in this mode. I'm actually a little upset that she got left out, but that could be a video I do, is like potential Currency Wars characters for like future builds and stuff. That could be sick. I want to do a video kind of like discussing the characters in the higher difficulties and stuff, but I honestly don't even really know what there is to say about it, because it's kind of just Aglaea. Like, that's really the only build I've found, because obviously we just cleared it for the first time, but that's really the only build I found that actually works in World Creator 20. Like, I've tried, I've got Sela runs that were kind of interesting. I've had a few Finon runs that were potentially good. The main issue with Finon is that you're not running a sustain with Finon, and the enemies deal a lot of damage, so you do have to keep that in mind. And it's also a lot harder to get, like, the thing with Sela and Finon, it's a lot harder to get a 3-star 3 cost than it is to get a 3-star 1 cost. I also had an AoE run. Yeah, this one I was trying on World Creator 1 that could potentially work. I just wasn't able to find the Herda, so I ended up finding a towpath before I found the Herda. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for now. We were able to clear World Creator 20. Pretty simple, just following that build. It did take 2 attempts. I'll edit out the other one just to make this video shorter. But yeah, my first attempt, if you saw there on the match record, got all the way up to 3-4 actually. I thought it was 3-5, but it was 3-4 before failing. We just weren't able to get a lot of the characters that I needed, like with this one, and then I also had just like worse RNG in terms of the affixes. So basically, whenever you start like a run, you get these affixes that are randomly assigned, and the ones that we got in that run were pretty bad. And then I also had one that I like started and then immediately left, just because the final boss would have been Pollux, which just was not going to work. And it also had a thing where whenever I lost HP, it would reduce my max HP even if it got restored. So that also meant that Pollux would probably just one-shot my entire team like 3 times in a row, and then that would be the end of that run. So yeah, that is the build and everything. If there are any questions about it, I can answer them in the comments. I had a bunch of questions in yesterday's video that I uploaded about this build, just kind of showcasing it and everything that people had questions about. So yeah, or questions about other builds I can kind of answer. I've tested a lot of them. I haven't tested like every single possible build. I do want to do videos on pretty much every single build in Currency Wars and kind of like go over them and stuff. I'm just trying to find like a good difficulty to do that in, just because a lot of the builds just don't work in the World Creator difficulty. So I'm trying to figure out a good sweet spot for that kind of a thing. So yeah, if you want to see those, I will be trying to figure all that out. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end things here for now in this video though. So yeah, guess we'll see everyone in the next one.